Hello everyone, my name is Jack Morgan and my speech today will be on if college athletes should get paid. Okay. As a Gamecock, I believe that my controversial topic is quite relevant as it relates to college athletics. The University of South Carolina being an SEC school means that we have some of the best college sports programs in the country. As students, we are all very involved in supporting these very prestigious teams at South Carolina. As supporters of sports, I'm sure that we've all been asked our opinions on this certain controversial topic that I'll be talking about. Throughout the last few years, conversations have been going around that college athletes deserve to be compensated. Many people have views on different sides of the arguments. For now, I'll be presenting both sides of the arguments, and then later I will give you my take on the topic. Why do college athletes deserve to get paid? Well, their commitment of time as athletes is a huge sacrifice, and they put in almost double the time and effort than other students who only have one job, which is to be a student. While student athletes have two jobs, yet have the same expectations as students. With that being said, college athletes deserve a little bit more than the regular student, and they deserve compensation. It is unfair that they are not presented with this. As Eddie Comax said, in a conceptual model of academic success for student athletes, each coach expects a huge time commitment each and every week. That being said, student athletes need to wake up in the early morning, go to practice, after practice go to class, and after all of their classes are over, they go back to another practice. And instead of being able to rest and get that free time that all of us students need, they have to study and do their homework while we would be sleeping or doing anything else. So I think that they are deserving of that money. Why college athletes should not be paid? Well, first and foremost, as Seth Davis said in his article in Sports Illustrated, out of 332 schools currently competing in the NCAA's Division I, and that of the 120 programs that comprise the Football Bowl subdivision, just 14 are profitable. That means some 88% of the top football programs lose money for the universities. With college football being the top grossing sport in college by a landslide, that is a very eye-opening stat. And for those who are on the side of the argument that they think that college athletes should be paid, I think that this argument alone may change your mind. This is the highest grossing sport, once again, and it is not making money for nearly 88% of these schools. Some may be thinking, how does this lose money? How do these programs lose money? Well, when you think of it, a football team has at least 50 players on their team, and most of which in SEC-based school or a Big Ten-based school with big football programs. Most of these players will be getting full scholarships, which includes tuition, room and board, books, food, along with all of the trips they take to five-star hotels, and they have all you can eat, and that money soon adds up. Not only do most of these programs lose money for the universities, but the NCAA strictly advises against the coaches and students giving or taking money. Recently, there have been two very big instances of coaches and players breaking the rules and regulations of the NCAA when it comes to compensation between coaches and players. In 2017, Arizona head coach Sean Miller was recruiting an all-star recruit out of the Bahamas, DeAndre Ayton. Throughout the days of calls that he has been giving to DeAndre Ayton throughout recruitment, he wired him over $200,000 for him to come to play for Arizona for 1 year. That was an extreme red flag for the NCAA, and Sean Miller was facing jail time and a whole other bunch of suspensions and him losing his coaching job. With the sums of money that DeAndre Ayton ended up making was around $300,000, which is close to half of what an NBA player should make. Meanwhile, college players don't make much at all. On the other story, James Wiseman had a close relationship with his coach at the University of Memphis, Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway helped James Wiseman and his family move out of a poor area and move them to another house. He helped them physically and financially, which was also another red flag. But this time, James Wiseman was the player who took the hit, and he was indefinitely suspended from the NCAA to never return. And his main focus now is to go straight to the NBA. With these two events occurring, the president of the NCAA reported that they could never move to a place where they are paying players to play a sport for them. It will not happen, not while he is the president of the NCAA, reported by Anthony Miller. With those events occurring, the NBA commissioner Adam Silver installed a new rule that NBA players would be allowed to essentially join the NBA G League straight out of high school instead of going straight to college, in order for elite college and high school players to go pursue their path straight into the NBA. With this being done, players out of high school who are looking to go straight into the NBA will be able to be paid for what their main goal is, which is to go to the NBA. Now, this may hurt the NCAA, but it will be great for players following their rules and regulations, because some players go to college strictly to go to the league, while others go to college for an education along with playing basketball. As reported by TheGuardian.com, the NCAA has voted to allow players to make money off of their name in jersey sales and in video games. With this being done, it can eliminate the need of compensating college players individually and not including any kind of professional contracts, which keeps the non-professionalism in the NCAA. This vote may take years to be passed, but is a big first step in not compensating college athletes, yet allowing them to be paid. A counter-argument against my argument as to why college athletes should not be paid would be that people may think that each and every player deserves to get paid because of the extra devotion to the game they play, along with the academics that they're still required to keep up with. But if one player in one sport gets paid, all of them must. Meaning players in football and basketball who generate the most revenue, if they get paid, then people in field hockey or softball would have to get paid a similar amount in order for it to be fair, which wouldn't be good financially for the college because some of their top grossing sports still doesn't make the college any money, so it would not be financially right to do. Another counter-argument towards my topic would be that the NCAA has unfair treatment towards students and they should change their rules and regulations, which is understandable. Although the rules seem unfair, what the NCAA is doing is trying to keep college sports at a scholastic level rather than professional. They are trying to help student athletes segue into a professional sports career, and if the professional sports career doesn't pan out, the student athletes who attend the university can pursue what their major consisted of to go into a professional career of another sort. If the student athletes were to get paid by the NCAA or their school, they would have a contract which considers that a job, and that would make it professional rather than the non-professional aspect that the NCAA is trying to have. Those who say that the NCAA is treating students poorly also clearly overlook all the opportunities that the schools are giving the student athletes with the scholarship money, room and board, food and books that they are given essentially for free with their scholarships. And on top of that, most big-time athletes are given money by outside sources, not by the school, and it is kept under the table and not in front of everyone's face. In conclusion, my opinion was immediately formed on this argument when I saw the word student-athlete. Notice how the word student comes first. Thank you.